was my worst decision of this month. Don't try it if you want to waste your time like I did. Just sure, why not? I would give it no star at all. Hi, hello everyone. I hope you're all doing great. If you're new here, hi, my name is Harshita, and in this video, we're going to talk about all the books that I finished reading in the month of April, and we're also going to talk about the books that is in my TBR for the month of May. So if you have watched my April TBR video, I promise that I will be completing 4 books this month. The Spanish Love Deception, The Kite Runner, The Housemaid, The Last Letter. But to my surprise, I finished one more book in the last 24 hours, and that was A Second Chance by Sudeep Nagarkar. And I think this is the very first time that I have finished 5 books in a single month, and I even surprised myself. I don't know how I did it. And there was no particular way of me choosing the books. I just chose 5 random books that I wish to read, and now we're going to talk about each of the books and what I liked and disliked about each of them. So let's start by talking about the very first book that I finished, called The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. So this story revolves around the two characters, Catalina and Aaron. They are both working in the same company, and apparently Catalina hates Aaron since the day he has joined the company for no apparent reason. Aaron always tries to talk to Catalina, but she always brushed him off. Also, she never looked him in the eye as well. She hated him so much that she wouldn't even talk to him directly without involving a third person. So one day, Aaron overhears Catalina talking to her best friend that Catalina needs a date for her sister's wedding back in Spain for some ex-boyfriend drama going on in her family, and she desperately wants a date because she does not want to look lonely and single in the wedding. So Aaron overhears her, and he is literally forcing her to be the date at the wedding. And after a few weeks, she finally gives up and accepts the offer, and they both fly to Spain for the wedding. And now that's when their whole Spanish love deception continues, where they pretend to be girlfriend and boyfriend in front of the family, so she doesn't look lonely in front of the ex-boyfriend and whatever. Let's talk about the characters. The girl Catalina, she's an annoying little grudge holder Spanish girl. She has been holding a grudge against Aaron since the day he joined, with over some misunderstanding. She didn't even bother to clear afterwards. And it's been 2 or 3 years, and she still doesn't like him for no reason, even if he tries to initiate any conversation with her. So that's about her. And Aaron is a big, broody, over 6 feet tall man who has blue eyes, and he's a jerk at work. He's always shouting at people, giving orders, but he's so smart to the girl. He calls her baby, baby all the times, and he agrees to be her fake date at the wedding, which obviously meant that he loved her since the starting, and she couldn't see it. She always thought him as a hater. So if we are being really honest, I did not like the story at all. I had to push myself to complete it because I don't like to leave the books in between. And when I was about 80 pages left in the book, that's where it got interesting, because then again, Catalina was being her bitch self, and she was not giving Aaron any other chance. But the last 80 pages were bearable, but the rest of the book was just unbearable. I could not stand it, but it would have been a better twist, a better storyline, better characters. Everyone was so supportive around Kathleen and Aaron. The family of Kathleen, they were so supportive. And best friend of Kathleen, she was so supportive. Everyone was supportive except Kathleen. She was the only bitch in the novel. But yeah, if I had to give it a rating, I would rate it a 2 out of 5. If you are starting out, you can give it a try, but I would not recommend it. Now, moving ahead to the second book that I finished, it was The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini, and it has to be my absolute favorite in the lot. The book is immensely emotional and powerful. It is the story about forgiveness, love, family, friendship, betrayal, and redemption. The book follows the story of Amir, a boy who now currently lives in America, but he used to live in Afghanistan with his best friend Hassan. And now, after 30 years, he's reminiscing all the old days where he grew up with Hassan. He built a bond with Hassan, but then something very disturbing happened that, separated them both, and now he carries this guilt in his heart from all these years, and now he has gotten a chance to move back to Afghanistan for some reason, and now he's calculating all the things that should he go there, should he not go there, because finally God has given him the chance at redemption, and he can say sorry and feel guilt and be guilt ridden for all the things that he did all those 30 years back. This book very beautifully explains the fact that there is no one right thing that you can do that will change your life forever. That life is all about making small right choices each day and leading your life towards a happier state. But ऐसा नहीं होता कि overnight it will be a great change altogether. That's how this book ended, in a real note that this is how your life is and you're not supposed to get your happily ever after overnight. So that's what I liked about the book. I don't think I can make out words that will explain how much I love this book, but if you are into stories that follows friendships and heartbreaks, betrayals, redemption, then you can definitely give it a try. And I loved it very much. I would definitely give it a 5 out of 5. And honestly, I would like to give it a try again. I will read it after some time to understand the things that I might not understand in the first try. And some books are worth reading twice, thrice, and n number of times. And this is going to be that book. Now let's move on to the third book that I read, The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. It's a psychological thriller that follows the story of Millie, who is working as a housemaid in a home who has a couple and a child. So Millie is a girl who was convicted for a crime and she was in prison for the last 10 years of her life, and now she's in desperate need of a job. And when she got this job as a housemaid in this wealthy home of a wealthy employer, she was a bit skeptical because when she interviewed for the position, she found it a bit weird, and the place was a bit dark, giving some dark vibes. But because she was in so desperate need of money and a place to live, she accepted the job offer when she got it. So as the days passed and Millie was working for both of them, she soon found out that the lady of the house has a bipolar personality. But a few weeks into the job, and she found out that it is not as simple as it looks, and it's a bit of a twisted relationship that they both have. And she uncovers a lot of secrets, a lot of dark secrets of the family, and she helps the people to get out of it. And it's a psychological thriller, as I mentioned, and the characters, I don't think we can justify or uh, explain the characters of a psychological thriller, but and I don't know how to explain it without giving any spoilers. So there were a few scenes in the book which gave me chills, and I just wanted to keep my book in the refrigerator. Friends reference. But yeah, if you want to give it a read, you can give it a read, and I'll give it a 3 out of 5 rating. Now let's move on to my another favorite of the lot, which is The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. This book is my second favorite of the month after The Kite Runner. It is a very beautiful novel about a girl called Ella. She's a single mom. She has twins, and her brother just died in a war. And the brother had a best friend who was working with him in the military. And the brother, in his last letter, assigned his best friend to take care of his sister, the girl Ella. Now, now Ella and the best friend also has some sort of history which Ella is not aware of. Now, the guy named Beckett, the best friend, has returned to the place where Ella lives, and Ella has no idea about their past. Ella is resisting the help from Beckett because she's a single, independent, and fierce mom who does not like to take help. But Beckett is a very sweet boy who is already in love with Ella because of their past. So he continues to help her, and eventually they fall in love with each other. But more than that, more than the love, the book has a lot of emotional scenes because it has family, it has the twins, and Ella has already faced a lot of loss in her lives. Her parents died, her grandparents died, and her brother died, and then a lot of people died as well after this. In this book, when you will read it, you'll get to know that. But it's a very beautiful book. It focuses a lot of aspects other than just love, and that's what I like about books. That is what I like about love stories, that they have the when they have the capacity to focus on love, pain, emotional pain, friendship, and loss. And any book with children in it automatically has my heart, and this book has children in it. And the girl twin is diagnosed with cancer, and Ella's life is turned upside down when she came to know about that, and that's when Beckett came in to help her. So the chemistry between the girl Ella and Beckett is undeniably very strong and captivating. But more than their chemistry, I like the love between the twins and the guy Beckett. He loves them so much, and he would do just about anything for both of them, even if he does not get the girl. So that's what I like about it, because anything that has children in it, the book is automatically more beautiful, as per my opinion. In this book, there were parts that made me more sad than I was happy. There were parts in which I was content. I was like satisfied. Ki, yeah, this should happen, and it made me feel calm. But there were a lot of scenes which made me sad, and I just wanted to cry, because a lot of scenes were too emotionally, gut wrenching. So if you are into such books that will want to make you cry and feel the emotional pain, you should definitely give it a try. It's The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. I will give it a 5 out of 5. Yes. Uh, and this is the second most favorite book of this lot after The Kite Runner. Now let's move on to the final bonus book that I finished in this month, and I would say it was my worst decision of this month, because I hated the book. It's called A Second Chance by Sudeep Nagarkar, and it was a very thin book, so I thought I might just finish it. And it was also a recommendation from a friend, and it is by an author. I tried not to judge it, and I tried to give it a try without any prior notions about it, but I hated it. I absolutely hated it. The writing, the characters, the storyline, the plot, the climax, everything was a failure. It was a story about a girl, Disha, starting from her teenage, when she was in high school. She had a failed relationship which carried on to her future, and now she is married. Now also she doesn't trust, she has some issues, and it was an epic failure, to say the very least. So don't try it. If you want to waste your time like I did, just sure, why not? I would give it no star at all. So now we'll do a very small segment of what I'm going to be reading in the month of May. So I have 3 books with me, just 3, because I feel like it. So the very first book that we have over here is Little Women. I've already talked about it in my book haul. I've already finished it halfway. I left it. I could not complete it, but now I wish to complete this. And yes, the second book that I have is Paper Towns by John Green. This is the book that was recommended by a stranger in the book fair, and I also think that this book is now turned into a movie, but I have not seen the movie, so I will read the book, because books are better. Now, moving on to the third book, which is Pride and Prejudice, and this book needs no introduction whatsoever. If you need an introduction, go Google it and rethink about your life choices. I've already watched the movie, of course, and now I will be reading the book, because you cannot ever get enough of this one. So after this month, we will be again doing my wrap up. If I by any chance finish more books, then yay. If not, then also yay. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys like it. Let me know if you want me to read any more books, if you want me to do any reading challenges, if you want me to talk about some books or any topics that you wish to listen to. I will see you very, very soon. Wish me luck, and till then, take care. Bye. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like this video, and comment down below if you feel like. Bye.